It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas.
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families will go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember Silver touchdown, Cowboys.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, no matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Stiff-armed him. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Throwing on first down. Patton throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. David Onyemata coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
That's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the...
There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off the play fake. Patton. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to 1st down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
On 1st and 10,
Patton. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The Cowboys at 4-7 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw.
Patton. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Off play action. Patton.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Off the play fake. Patton. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Cowboys are going to take over
at their own 30-yard line.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To throw on second down, Patton, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Second and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Eagles! Ryan Knoll, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as Graham opts not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off-play action. Patton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Lance now to throw.
And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Lance now on 1st down. Going right back to Fant. On the move past the 40.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing now is Lance. He's got his tight end Fan, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Knoll, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Cowboys 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of his NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And that is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Lance looking to throw it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Patton. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys Looked like he got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Operating from the gun, Patton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll work it ahead to about the 28, gain of 3. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their down package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Back to throw. Patton. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Bass is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throw caught by Raymond.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Slot man moves right. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Pollard going to try the right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
The Lance going to throw. Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Now a give here to Pollard.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
The slot man in motion right. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put together a 4th-quarter drive to take the lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Eagles 31, Cowboys 47.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to throw.
Gets this to Gibson.
And he goes out right around the 39. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.